Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You mean that seriously?
Right? No, that's serious. That's serious. So I shouldn't put the stop ball in my mouth either.
Cell phone's good, folks. Mic's on. Pull them up closer to your mouths so you can speak into them.
Texting.
How's that? Good.
That works.
Because of your voice.
Sorry. Poor guy. Just blew his eardrums out.
It's 6:04 on 6/9/2026. Call to order the Webster, Massachusetts Conservation Commission meeting. Present today, Devin Avery, Robin Jewell, Patty Foley, Mr. Tarbox, Pam Sharon, Brian Anderson, and Agent Rich. First on the agenda is the RDAs, and we're just going to jump right into it with 35 Nancy Drive. And do we have anyone here to represent?
No.
Oh, we have the announcement to read.
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, and this meeting is being recorded.
In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40 as amended, the Wetlands Protection Act, a public meeting will be held on a request for determination of applicability filed by Nora Escobar to determine whether the installation of an above-ground pool at 35 Nancy Drive in Webster, Mass., Assessor ID 21-B-8-1, is subject to the Wetlands Protection Act and local wetland bylaw. The public meeting will be held in the Board of Selectmen Room, second floor, Webster Town Hall, 350 Main Street, Webster, Mass. On June 9th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Any person interested in this application should appear at the time and place designated. For the Webster Conservation Commission, Richard Parent, Conservation Agent.
Thank you. Rich, why don't you take us through this project?
Sure. So This project, the folks are not going to be here tonight. They were coming from distance, so I interviewed, made sure I'd ask all the questions I thought would be applicable regarding this project. This is essentially a swimming pool. It's going in here at 35 Nancy. What you can see here is this is the French River over here, and there is a stream corridor that runs through here and to their backyard. And so they are actually proposing the pool to be in this location. They also have septic designs as well to consider. So they sent,
Did you swim in the French River?
No. I would not.
so in their packet, they gave some drawings, which look like this. And, oops, okay. Okay, so the pool, so remember that stream is back in this area here. Essentially, it's going to be, it's outside the 25-foot area. It's probably like 26 feet away. I tried to get them to push the pool up closer, but because of the septic and the leach field, they were unable to do that, and the tank. So they were kind of caught with leaving it right where it was. It sounded like the resident, yeah, I mean, they really wanted to put it in other spots, but they decided this is really the only place that they could put the pool. I asked a lot of questions regarding the operation of the pool. This is going to be a saltwater pool. They need to be able to dig down at the maximum depth of 3 feet in order to put down the base sand foundation. So there's really not a lot of digging, or there won't be any stockpiles because they'll be taking away all the materials immediately. The ground here is for the most part level. There's a small grade down into this area down here. There is no water will be removed either for maintenance or for winterization. So there's no discharge per se. And so, yeah, so that was the reason why I asked them to consider doing an RDA rather than a full NOI. I didn't think the impact was all that great. And yeah.
So it's an above-ground pool?
It's an above-ground pool. Sorry if I didn't mention
And
that.
how do they clean it, and where
Yeah,
does the
is it-
water go? And so even when you winterize it, you gotta drain it down.
No, so that's what they're saying. There's no
System?
discharge of waters for the winterization
For
process.
the whole
Where
thing,
does it go?
never, they never clean it, it just stayed that way?
Because your backwash filters.
You gotta-
Right, I asked those questions there.
Yeah.
This is not, when you have backwashing, you have sand in your filter. This is a cartridge type filter. And so they don't backwash.
So
Well,
even with
some cartridges
diatomaceous
you
earth, you
backwash.
backwash.
I asked them specifically, there's no backwash in this system.
So how, when they never get the water out of there? There's no.
There's
site
salt
plan-
water.
the-
So salt water.
There's
It's
no
closed
plan to
system,
discharge
so
any
Understand
water.
that, but you get-
Okay. So when it said closed system, so they don't drain it at all either?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm curious what makes this different than a regular above-ground pool.
I think it's just there is the back flush feature on that pod cartridge, but it just does, I mean, it lets water out, but it doesn't actually it doesn't clean the filter. So there's no point of doing it with the cartridge filter. Like in Shrewsbury, when my cartridge, I literally pull the 2 cartridges out and have to hand wash them down with a garden hose. It was a pain in the butt.
I think was the question you were asking about what's the difference between this pool versus another pool someplace else?
Well, because every other pool in the winter, you have to drain it down. You can't leave it full to the top. And when you vacuum, I don't understand, and I don't know, maybe a saltwater pool is different, maybe you don't have to vacuum it, but I know when you vacuum the pool, you have to backwash the filter, you lose the suction.
Mhm.
So it's not a lot of, it's not like I'm gonna drain the pool half empty, but there is water backwash and
Right.
exit.
So if the salt water doesn't freeze, is that the theory?
Oh, maybe. I
I
don't know.
don't, but
I
that'd
don't
still
know.
be dirty from
I
people
think we
swimming
need some
in
more
it,
information.
you know? I don't
So
know.
all of these are concerns because that we can, without necessarily having the answers, we can condition. Right? So I had some preconditions in mind, recommendations, erosion controls during installation, obviously, a pre-construction inspection. There is a note in here. I had a conversation with the Board of Health. There is no setback requirements for above ground pools. Below ground pools, it's different. There is a requirement there. So it wouldn't necessarily need a verification as to the final layout. No heavy machinery could be stipulated. I don't think that was a problem. Stockpiles I've discussed, and there's no need for that, but we can make sure that we have that in the conditions. Assure that it's a closed loop operation. And I was thinking here, so post-construction maintenance would be prohibited of any chemical discharge. So no chlorinated or chemically treated pool water, including saltwater solutions, may be discharged, drained, or pumped directly into or indirectly towards the rear of the wetland resource area. So we could just have a condition where they would have to make it go forward, maybe towards the road or to another, or to the side yard. Site stabilization, had a section in there for any issues there, and erosion control removals. So those are sort of the conditions that I came up with, being that's an RDA. And the rest is for you to discuss.
How do we confirm that it's a closed loop system?
We just condition it so that if your concern is whether it is or whether it isn't, my thought was that we just condition it so that the water is always in perpetuity, has to be pumped away from the wetland area.
And maybe just if water has to be removed, if water has to be removed, it be discharged towards the front of the property.
Or the side, I think the side yard will easily be able to absorb that. Yeah.
Well, when
So-
it's already up, there's nothing we can do about it. So we should probably get these answers before we approve it.
No,
Is my thought.
saying
I
like
just want to point out that there are pools right here that are even closer. So their neighbors all, I mean, the whole line has them, but certainly this pool is.
Okay, I guess I'm just talking about like more like, so I just go back to my old house, like I had a hose that I would slap onto the filter and roll it out towards the street. Like it wasn't permanent there. And that's when I had to drain down my pool, I would drain it out to the street so I didn't flood my backyard. So,
I know we don't usually deal with pools.
I guess you just have to confirm that they don't have issue with that because their leach field is in the direction that we're asking them.
No, actually their leach field is over here on this side. So I was thinking it would be over here.
Oh, okay.
Should have been
discharge towards
drained in the neighbor's yard.
discharge towards neighbor's pool.
Saltwater, kill the grass.
All the
I
other
don't
pools
know
in
much
that
about
street
it.
are
Really
salt
doesn't.
water?
I don't know.
Yes, that's irrelevant.
What if the pool were to break?
Thank you.
If it breaks,
Yeah, all that salt water is going to go right into the river. And that site specifically has high conductivity. So if all that salt water goes in, it's just going to make it higher.
Good point. Good point.
Is the
Because they do
company
break.
constructing
Right.
this
Yeah.
pool, Rich?
yes, yeah.
I only speak from experience.
Do we know what
I had
that
a pool
pool
break on
is
me once.
made of?
The whole specs
They,
in
they
here.
sent specs. It's in the,
Looks like it's an aluminum frame,
Yeah.
typical standard
I used to do,
deck, raised deck
groundwater
around it.
over there.
Mine broke it. It's not very pretty when it does.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
I'm gonna go with it.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go
it's
So, I
not
mean-
just the walls, the liner could break, right?
Yep.
The liner could get a hole in it or something.
I've seen it
That was
happen
a
before.
nice pool.
So then, I mean, I could see a condition being, it may be prohibitively expensive, but a trench drain with a pump out to the direction we want.
Well, he said they're excavating 3 feet underneath this to put down gravel.
What's that?
Well, they have to do that.
Excavating 3 feet for gravel. So, I mean, it's gonna have a place for water to really absorb if something was to.
Absolutely.
It's a shallow pool, right? Because it's non-diving, it says. So it must be only like 4 feet deep.
Yeah, but it's probably like 4 feet.
I didn't ask the question about how deep the pool
Yeah,
is.
I'm just guessing because it
Oh.
says this is a non-diving swimming pool.
Oh, I see, yep.
So I'm thinking they don't want anybody to get injured, so it says that no diving a lot of times there, so it's probably like 4 feet.
4 feet.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I mean, do you guys see this as an RDA? Do you guys want them to come back for us as an NOI? I mean, someone want to make a motion? Where's everyone stand on this? Does anyone want to make a motion, I guess?
I don't think I have enough information to approve this project.
Yeah, I think we need more
And,
information.
What information are you looking for?
well, what we just talked about, what happens if it breaks? How do they clean it? Where's the water gonna go? If that pool breaks, you're talking 1,500 gallons of water into the French River.
So,
And pools break, just like dogs bark and kids cry. Pools break.
So what would be the condition that you would do in order to,
I would need them
let's
to,
assume that they can't, the answer would be if the pool could break. So how would you condition that?
I don't know. That's why I said we need more information.
Well,
on
that they're-
what-
Well, I'm saying the information doesn't help us. We all know that pools fail, so. what
Yeah,
can
but
we
it's
do?
hard to believe they're never gonna change the water.
We don't
They
know how
just-
they're gonna clean it, how it works. We don't know
Change the water.
much about a
What?
saltwater pool.
Change the water. You add water.
What?
Because you don't really change the water in a swimming pool. You add water.
But you have to,
clean
with
it.
the
you
salt.
gotta-
if it's a regular pool, you have to lower it down. That's why you add water.
Yeah.
Because
Clean
you
it.
gotta,
Clean
and
the
you gotta vacuum it.
sides,
When you
yeah.
vacuum it, you gotta backwash it.
It's
So-
like a saltwater fish tank, so
I
Yeah, they're
feel,
not going to kill their lawn, so they're not going to be dumping water onto their lawn. That's going to kill it.
I feel like I'm not educated enough on a saltwater pool and I need more for myself. I need to do some research before I can pass
Right,
guidance.
yeah.
If it was a regular chlorine freshwater pool, freshwater wouldn't disturb me as much, but I don't know, I sincerely just don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So
You want-
I don't want to vote on anything
You want
not
to just
being
continue
wise
this and
enough.
have specific questions to the installer?
I mean, so my question would arise from his question, which would be, what can they do to give us peace of mind if the pool were to break?
That's where I'm going with like,
Yeah, yeah.
what, I mean, you
So
all
there's
know
no
that.
information. We just don't have enough information on the whole issue. So they can't say, oh, it's never gonna break because
Correct. So
everything
we're
breaks.
not-
So, but we don't know enough about a saltwater pool, so you're giving us this at 6:04, and we have to do some research on our own to figure out how we can make a decision for this to be comfortable for us to vote.
So we can continue it to the next meeting. I think what Rich is really going for is, we
Better
what
understanding.
what kind of questions do you have for the owner, pool manufacturer to, or you just need a little more time to review what
We need
already
more
exists?
knowledge about how this works.
I'd like to know about the cleaning process and the backwashing of the filter. And
The cartridge gotta
It's
come
not
out and
gonna
be
get
cleaned
dirty,
sometime.
you know,
How
when you
does that
get
work?
birds in the area, you've got insects in the area.
I'd like to know the
Freshman,
difference for winterization from a
I just
regular.
told you, there's no discharge there. That's why I asked those
So
questions.
That's what
we're
they said,
telling
but I'm
you
trying to
that
understand why. I know they used as a discharge and they said no.
we're asking
but I'm
you that
trying
we
to
don't have enough
understand
information for us to vote.
Why
So
there's no
if you
discharge.
want to approve it, you don't need the board. So we want more information to research it, to figure out what
I'm
this is
just
all
trying to figure out
about.
what that information is.
We just told you.
What is it?
We want to know how they clean it. We
right,
want
I
to know
already told
about
you
the
that.
cartridge.
How do they, okay.
But I've told you this.
All right, then ask for a vote and see what you can do.
So I'd like to know the winterization process. I'm just curious, does saltwater not freeze? I don't know the answer. So why do they not have to drain it down like an ordinary pool, right? So
So it's the
I'm just
wise.
interested.
How do they
said they
clean
don't
it?
drain, so I'm just curious about
Yeah.
that. Is there a backwashing process when they clean the
I asked that
filter?
question. The answer is no.
I'm just curious where all this stuff goes then. You know, I appreciate that you asked the question. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
So who did you ask the question to? The pool manufacturer or the?
Correct.
and-
The
and they-
installer.
And you have it in writing that that's how it works?
Yeah, I wrote it down on notes downstairs on my pad.
And then your
That's how I-
question.
Do we know which way's the terrain go? Does it go downhill toward the river?
It does go down towards it.
Yeah, see,
I think in the past, I think with,
But
I
it's
mean,
not-
even ones on the lake, we just had them have a stone area underneath the cartridge or underneath the filter to backwash. So I mean, do we want to just add that language?
I'm gonna motion that we continue it to next time till we get more information. I motion that.
I second it.
First, we have a motion to continue this to our next meeting on June 22nd. First by Ms. Jewell, second by Ms. Foley. All those in favor?
Well, I'd like to be precise on what information we're looking for. Are we going to be in the same place, just continuing it, right? Unless they're going to come and we can ask them questions. Do you know what I mean? If we just continue it and we have the same discussion that we're having right now with our questions, how do we?
I mean, I think if you guys understood how they worked, you'd feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like from me owning a pool and doing the maintenance and doing the backflow, doing all this, like I don't see an issue with it because
I own
trust
a
me, I
pool.
want to keep all my water in my pool. I don't want to replace it. Water
I own a
spills.
pool.
Yeah, so
Yes. I've had a pool for 30 years.
very similar as far as that the cartridge goes. I mean, you're hooking your vacuum up to your filter,
Yep.
you know, so you're catching all your heavies in that.
Yeah.
And, you know, then basically after you're done, you pull those cartridges out and have to manually wash them down. And it's, you know, some of the, you know, it's just all that stuff like that you would normally not even see, but I mean, it just like peels off.
Now,
And-
What's the
do you
name
use
of the
chlorine
company?
in a saltwater pool?
It's very similar. It is partially chlorine, like the salt generates
Can't read the
chlorine.
What was the manufacturer?
So it's,
I'm sorry. never mind.
All kayak swimming pools. but
I'm
do-
sorry, I
Yeah.
just don't.
No, I
don't
agree.
understand-
Yep.
You know, I don't understand, so I don't want to do the wrong
So-
thing.
we'll continue it to the 22nd. And if you guys have any additional questions other than the two that I wrote down, just please email
Do we
Rich.
know,
What safeguards?
it says
are you
all
placing in
kayak
case of
swimming
change?
pools. Do we know where that is?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
The manufacturer.
What's
Sure.
the manufacturer of the swimming pool? Do you know where it is out of? It said it on that, but I can't read it. It's too small.
It's in your project packet that you received. All kayak swimming
Yeah, with the
pools.
bottom address.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, there's a,
So that's in there, Rich? That's in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
New York.
and it has been stamped by the state of Massachusetts.
2003.
Not the
In the
installer,
drawing.
that's the manufacturer.
All right, moving on, Rich, or?
Yes.
All right, moving on to next RDA, we have the Providence Worcester Railroad Company owner. Is anyone here for the railroad?
No.
No,
nobody's here
okay.
representing us.
Rich, you went on your little railroad trip. Why don't you tell us about this?
Okay, so, just close this down. Okay, so every 3 years, the railroad comes through and does an RDA for treatment of their corridors that run through the town.
Rich, I apologize. Ms. Tarbox pointed out, we didn't do a full vote on the continuance.
Okay.
So we had first by Robin Jewell, second by Patty Foley. This is a vote for continuing the pool project. All those in favor?
Aye.
That would be Avery, Jewell, Foley, and Pam. Aye. And Mr. Tarbox?
Aye.
Also aye, and I abstained.
You're abstaining?
Yes.
I didn't understand.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Go ahead with the railroad.
Okay, so this comes up to us regularly, and so now this is a new permit. Essentially, the way this process works is the railroad comes through with I got to get on a train truck, if you will, and ride the entire corridor in Webster. This is the same truck that they actually, or same similar truck that they use to actually do the treatment. In the back of the truck, so it's a regular 350 pickup truck. In the back of which they have a large tank, would be in the back of the tank, where all the chemicals are in. And behind it is basically a rod that extends 4 feet either way of the track, including the track. And that's the area of treatment that they're going to basically utilize as they're moving down the track. There are basically 3 zones that they have. There's one zone where they only treat every other year, so it's close to the wetland areas. And then there are zones where they don't treat at all. And then there are zones where they treat every year. And so what I was trying to do is show you in the photos was how he was marking them. And so on the tracks, and that's not the one, that's my seat looking outside the truck. Here, so some of them were still in place, like these were in place when we toured. But then other ones he had to actually add to the track. And so here he's actually doing the install. So here is an area where they treat every year. The blue represents that. And then the white is the area where they treat every other year. So this has got to get turned around. But basically, this is the blue zone. And then the white zone is once a year.
What
So,
kind of chemical do you, by the way, I'm very jealous I didn't go on that train ride.
yeah. I was kind of surprised myself. I didn't know. I thought we were just meeting down at the tracks and going to walk a section of it. And he was able to secure a driver, and it was pretty cool. What kind of chemical? He didn't have an exact chemical. There is a list of chemicals that the state approves for them to use, and so he was nondescript as far as which one of those chemicals they were to be using.
It helped, and again, it's 4 different areas, and it runs a fair amount of spent on Grand Trunk and right beside, almost into Connecticut. How far is it away from the French River or from?
Right, so it goes right, I'll show you spots here. So here, this is a no zone. I believe I have a picture I'm putting down, a no zone. Yeah, so this would indicate this area right here that they don't spray at all. And what I was going to mention here is that this machine actually has a way to be able to catch any drips. So as they're moving along, they don't stop. So this thing actually collects any drips. So while they're going across the tracks, nothing can actually drip into the water. So it's pretty cool that way. And then there's areas,
No, that's not, I had that on my thing.
don't know what that is.
Do they hand pull those weeds in the no zone?
And
They
still
do,
spray
they actually do,
it.
not, but they don't
Okay.
pull them, but he talked about using weed whackers to come out and treat them.
Because I would think those could cause problems too for them, right?
Huh. They had some really good pictures of the French River. Apparently they didn't make the cut. Okay, yeah, so there's a region where when you go out there, it's a flat plain, and you're basically got French River all the way down the whole side of it. And there's also a region where there's actually 2 tracks that they're actually treating at the same time. And so he actually has markers to be able to mark, if they're going to go one side versus the other side as well. So they have a system. This was just one corridor. They're meeting the folks in the next town. They were going to actually bring all the people all the conservation agents onto this to show them how they were doing the work. And so you can see here, this is a non-treated area. This is one of the this good example of, what it looked like because there was no treatment. And you could literally see the difference between a yearly treated area where I didn't see any vegetation at all versus the year where they had, because this was the year that they hadn't done it the previous year, and you could see the vegetation, such as what you're looking at here around the track. So it's not a huge amount of vegetation, but clearly you could see that there's an indication that they were following their protocol.
If let to go rogue, it would be,
Yeah,
but
what I was looking for was that they were following their protocol,
yeah.
that you could see the differences between.
And it's clearly a safety issue for the trains that travel along the tracks, right?
Yeah.
To not catch on fire or get tangled or.
Mhm.
So as far as this goes, do we need a vote on something here where it's the RDA?
Yeah, you just have to approve the RDA.
So as far as language, do we have any language that we previously had from the previous approval, right? We're approving this for like what, the next 10 years or
No,
how?
3.
3, okay. So we're approving this for 3 years if we choose to. Does anyone have any other additional questions for Rich that he might have answers for? Okay, I need a vote.
I'm sorry, I do have a question. Were there any conditions?
No.
Okay.
This is just a redo.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't see any conditions. I mean, these people do this all the time. This
Right.
is their living, so.
I'll make a motion for the Providence Worcester Railroad Company to renew the vegetation management plan on the railroad right away.
Second.
First by Ms. Sharon, second by Ms. Tarbox. All those in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Okay, moving on to NOIs. We have 88 Union Point that has been extended, and we have someone here tonight to speak on that.
Yes, Arthur Allen from Ecotech, Project Wetlands Scientist.
Thank you, Arthur.
Since our last public hearing, we've done some work, submitted revised project plans, including an existing condition sheet and a detailed planting plan for the slope between the proposed tear down rebuild house and the lake. Oh, thank you. Now it's green. Again, Arthur Allen from Ecotech, Project Wetland Scientist. Since the last meeting, we've submitted, revised the plan, submitted 2 additional sheets, the existing conditions plan and the detailed planting plan. I've also had conversations with DEP about the additional filing fee relative to the ADU. As you might remember, they're tearing down the existing house, rebuilding that house on a slightly different footprint, and then creating an ADU within the existing footprint of the garage. So the existing garage porch and portion of the garage will be converted into ADU. There'll be still a parking space retained within the garage. But according to DEP, since if the ADU had been in the house, there would not be a fee. But since the ADU is in a different structure, then they want an additional structure fee. So we've essentially doubled the filing fee and submitted the additional $500 for category 2, check to the commission and to DEP. And we updated DEP with project plans. So there was some discussion at the last meeting about the ADU. Again, it's within the footprint of the existing garage. Just the northerly portion of the garage is going to be converted into the ADU with a slightly different roof line. That roof is going to be tied into the proposed Cultec stormwater system. It's going to have its own sewer and water connection. We've provided an additional parking space for the ADU, which is required by the town. We've designated a stockpile area outside the buffer zone. The contractor mobilization storage area off the proposed construction entrance, and a spill kit to be maintained on the site. For the improved planting plan, we're now up to plantings in addition to the knotweed control, the existing knotweed control by hand pulling, seeding, and mulching. We're proposing plantings on that slope to replace the trees that were previously taken down with administrative approval. And we're proposing 4 sweet pepper bush and 6 high bush blueberries in alternating 3 rows from the mid to the lower part of that slope. So once the knotweed's taken out, we go in and plant the native shrubs to revegetate and stabilize that slope between the house and the lake. We've clarified that on the plan that the deck is pervious, will be constructed of pervious material. We provided the clarified impervious pervious calculations for the project. They're increasing impervious area by about 270 square feet. It's still only 32.3% of the lot area, so it's below the zoning requirement for impervious area. And it's my understanding there's no requirement to file with planning or zoning because it meets all the requirements for the ADU. There's no waivers being sought or anything to do this. The only additional permit required is a building permit. I believe that's about everything. If I could answer any other questions, I'd be glad to. Oh, sorry. Per discussions at the last meeting with the commission and the abutters, who may be here tonight, I'm not sure. We've moved the dock to the middle of the frontage. That was a concern of the abutters. So basically, they'll just come down the existing stairs, turn onto a dock that's parallel to the bank, and then go out to the new proposed dock out in the middle of the frontage, addressing the concern of the abutters. Thank you.
Thank you. Rich, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, so just to refresh some of your memories. So this site was approximately a year ago, several trees were removed by administrative approval, essentially leaving a single tree left on the property. But my biggest concern here is this slope. I've shown pictures in the past of it. It's pretty steep going down here. And so while the roots that are there from the stumps are holding, I didn't see any sort of erosion going on. I'm concerned about future. And so the idea was I asked the applicants to substantially plant out this slope so that we have some deep-rooted vegetation to help additionally to secure this slope. So while this is outside the limit of work, it is because we are completely redoing this lot, it gives us the opportunity to make sure that we can get this work done as part of this project. I think all my other questions had been answered, and I think they were well presented here. I think the only other question I had for Arthur was, I feel like I know this answer, but Arthur, how are we dealing with stormwater here?
The Coltec?
The Coltec, that's right. Yeah, okay, I see it now.
Yeah, it's on the page.
Yeah. Otherwise, and so there was a lot of back and forth between Arthur and I about how to take care of particularly this slope. It was really, and I feel as if he's answered all the issues that you folks had and all the ones that I had. So we'll leave it to you folks to decide what you want to do here.
I don't see the spill kit on there.
Um,
I saw the porta potty and everything else, but.
it's in one of the notes.
Yeah, I saw it in here. Weird. I think it's in one of the previous drawings.
Yeah. No, I think it was in the notes.
Yeah.
And my concern that I did, actually, that's a very good point. Thank you. My concern was, I believe you had it in the garage.
Say again?
It was in the garage.
Yeah, and note number 23, a hazardous materials spill kit will be on site at all times during construction. The spill kit will be stored in the existing garage, so undercover in the garage.
So we're talking about underneath that cover, not actually in the garage.
Well, he said in the garage, so that would be in the portion that they're not demolishing. So
Okay.
Towards the street.
Okay. Is there a reason why we're putting it inside?
Yeah, because we're gonna run over there and open the door and try to fob it all. And
The concern is that there's being work done on that, so my
Should
only
be
thought on that
outside.
was we tend to like to have it down towards the lake, some spot on the property, down closer to the lake. If we
Yeah,
can.
it just seems so tight. The one place that's not going to be disturbed is that end of the garage. So I think that's what the engineer thought that would be the best, most protected.
But is it this purpose of a spill kit is easy accessible in case there is a spill?
Right.
Yeah, so if there's a spill way down there and it's way up there, it's gonna take a while to get it to bring it down. That's what we're concerned with.
Yeah.
It might have to move during construction. I mean, as you're doing the stuff down that slope, I mean, you're not going to have all this going on at once. So I guess we maybe just put in in our wording just to have it closer to the lake when that work is being done. If that works for wording.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or accessible, right?
It's- yeah.
Not locked up or
Yeah.
under construction debris.
Okay.
I have two concerns, and it's not about any of the plans or the work, but the letter that went to the abutters said that the garage was being removed. It said tear down existing single-family home and garage and rebuild a single-family home with a deck. It's very different because the garage isn't coming down and you're building an ADU. So the people didn't have an opportunity to react to that because they don't know exactly what's happening. Again, the same language is in the NOI, which the paperwork of what's submitted and sent out to people doesn't match the actual project that's happening. So I have concerns about that.
I would just add that that's why we have these hearings, because proposals are made all the time where they're proposed things going on, and then we have meetings and discussions, and then it's what's presented here that actually, so if abutters were interested in hearing what was going on, they would be here. And not to say that they might be here.
If that is-
Well, my opinion is that if I was in a butter and I thought a garage was coming down, I might not care. If I thought an ADU was being built within or onto that garage, I might have different thoughts if I knew the facts of what was happening.
So you feel it's a material difference?
It's a material difference, it's a visual difference, it's a look difference on the property. So, and if it doesn't matter, then why do we make people send these letters out to abutters to begin with? You know,
Isn't that supposed to be in the advertisement exactly what it's doing, when we're doing, one, and two, an ADU, it could be
How does,
rented.
can I just ask, how does this impact the environmental
It's the
concern that we
laws.
have for, with what?
It's not, they're supposed to put it advertised as it's going to happen.
The environmental aspect of what we're responsible for hasn't changed.
but is there any legality to this paperwork? And if
So
there
the
isn't, then why do we
paperwork-
make people do it?
We don't have to do paperwork, we just come and tell the commission
Yeah,
or the
that's-
state what we want, because it doesn't matter what we write here, because then they're gonna change it. So it certainly has an impact on this neighborhood. And it certainly has an impact on us, because we're saying, okay, and it's not correct. The paperwork has to match the project.
I mean,
So we're not approving we're not approving an ADU or anything like that. All we're doing is voting on the environmental impact of what's planned in front of us. Yeah, this still has to go for planning, and I mean, I'm assuming this garage being on the property line, they're probably still gonna have to get some variances to replace it and everything else.
You
No,
said
because
no
it-
variance is needed, right?
Right, and just so you know, the abutter on that side, adjacent to that existing garage and the ADU, post ADU, was at the last hearing.
About a dock.
And she was well informed about the whole project.
We did discuss the ADU at that time.
Yeah.
Right, we
Oh, yeah.
did,
Yeah,
but the
I remember
paperwork has to match the project.
Is
I-
that our scope?
I brought the concern up last time too. I just wanted it to be on the
Always
record
has.
that I'm
Why
still
are we now just
concerned.
saying we can
That
pass
the
anything
paperwork
when you
doesn't
tell
match
us
the
so?
project.
Yeah, I mean, I felt, I felt we had an adequate description of the project.
You didn't even have an
said
understanding that
you'd
the
figure it
garage
out.
wasn't coming down, right? You thought the garage was coming down.
There
So,
was
but
some
that doesn't
confusion.
matter. That's
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. My concern is the paperwork that we make everyone do, the letters that we send to the abutters. There's a list of abutters, and the other abutters didn't come. I know it was their choice, but they don't know what the actual project is. And from my standpoint, the legality of it all, if it's not legal, then why do we do it? And if it is legal, then it's not correct. And that's what I'm voicing.
Okay,
Just wanted my concerns
so
out there.
I guess that kind of goes to our agent, can we just move forward or do they have to re-advertise? You tell us.
Yeah, I've never been part of a re-advertising of a project. Projects are intended to change. They change all the time. All the time. Almost every project we've done, the initial submission, there's initial submission and there's usually 2 or 3 revisions on every
Conditions, this is a provision.
revisions to the plan that was originally proposed when it was submitted. This project is no different. I have 3 different submissions, revisions on this project, all of which made them better projects as they went on. The applicant has the ability to change what they're doing. They could change the size of, initially they may have a small building and all of a sudden they realize they want a bigger building. We have, today, for example, we have an addendum on a project that we approved 2 meetings ago. And they change all the time. So it's really what is discussed, and it's part of that discussion, what we approve from what the plan that we have in the meeting. How it's changed doesn't have to be documented, to be quite frank.
Good to know.
Okay, so I guess then that being said, we can open it up to public comments. Or is there any additional comments?
Nope.
Okay,
Was that a motion that I can second, or do I need to make a motion?
no, we need to make a motion
A
to close
motion
public.
to open it up to public comment.
First by Mr. Tarbox, second by Mr. Avery. Any public comments on this? Okay, need a motion to close public comments.
I'll make a motion to close the public comments.
First by Mr. Avery.
Second.
By Mr. Tarbox. And then I would need a motion, either approve or whatever.
I'll make a motion to approve with the condition about the skill kit, language about the spill kit.
Any other conditions?
Just the standard conditions. We got chapter 91, the dock.
Just a note on that. So they'll have to come in front of us regarding the dock. So the dock plan, we're not approving the dock plan. That's a whole separate issue altogether.
Okay, first by Mr. Tarbox.
Second.
Second by Mr. Avery. All those in favor? Aye.
No,
Abstain.
So all those opposed?
I
All those abstain? So you opposed or you abstain?
abstain.
You're abstaining. Are you opposed or are you abstaining? Okay, all right. Oh, let's do our count again. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Can we just do a roll call, please?
Okay.
Aye.
Devin, yes.
Oppose.
Opposed, so no. Robin? Opposed. Patty?
Opposed.
Opposed. Peter? Opposed?
I was positive. I approve.
Approve, okay. Pam?
Oppose.
okay, and myself approve.
We just want it re-put in the paper so the butters can really know exactly what's going on. We're not trying to give you a hard time. Trust me.
So,
I think from here, from us denying it, goes to DEP. I don't think he can just re-advertise it,
What?
right?
Yeah, it's not something that you would
You got
do.
your vote.
He's got to go to DEP now to get approval. So, right? I mean, that's the
yeah,
next
we have
step.
to appeal it. That's.
So-
Okay.
So I'm having a hard time understanding this vote. Devin seconded it, but then he said no.
Change your
Then
mind, I
change
guess.
the sign.
Well, my reason is clear. I brought it up. I'm uncomfortable with approving something that does not have matching paperwork. Whether it's okay, whether it's not okay, it's not just a little change in the project. It's not an additional size of the deck. It's not a minor change.
So what's the
It's-
environmental impact? We're not zoning.
We already voted.
I'm not saying I'm zoning.
We didn't vote because
But-
that vote was not acceptable because we had a person who seconded it and then voted no.
We could change
So-
your mind, so talk to him, you don't have to talk
Right,
to
so I
the
think
rest
what
of
you
the
need to
board.
do is as a board, you need to sort of redo this vote so that it is a legitimate vote.
Okay,
That's all I'm asking for.
so.
Okay,
we
so
do it.
I
So
need-
If this is, if you're backing up now, can I just request a continuation and we re-notify and run a new legal ad?
We don't want to make it difficult for you. But look at.
That would be-
Look at the abutters, you could have renters there.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It's really
He's agreeing.
different.
We'd rather re-advertise and re-notify than
Yeah.
have to appeal to DEP.
Okay, right.
is that acceptable?
Yes.
That's acceptable. Okay, so I need a motion.
Motion to continue.
First by Mr. Tarbox,
I second it.
second by Ms. Jewell. We're going to continue to June 22nd.
Okay.
Assuming
Brian,
That's fine, I understand. Thank you.
It's June
I
22nd.
understand.
Was that unanimous?
Okay, and roll call on that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Motion passes 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. 104 Lakeside Ave.
Okay, so 104.
Do we have any representatives
No,
from
we don't.
104,
So-
106?
104, 106 has been
I need
retract-
to read the public hearing
It's
notice.
There
changing
is
now.
none.
There is none.
Oh, well, it's right in
That-
front of
That's
me.
what I said from last week.
Okay.
That's here
So
last week.
104 and 106, 2 days ago was retracted. So this project is not going to move forward. Okay.
okay.
All right, so 322 Killdeer.
Is it, you said it's gone, it's history, right?
It
It's
is.
not continuing to.
Correct.
Okay.
There's no vote.
They just pulled it?
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
This is what we have on file electronically? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And if you could just state your name for the record.
Good evening, and for the record, John Federico with Guerrier and Helmont. And tonight I'm here with the applicants, James and Michelle Biljarian, for their project at 322 Kildare.
Thank you. And Rich, do you want to start us off? Or do you want?
Sure. Would you like to start us off?
Sure, yeah, I can briefly go through.
Okay.
So what we have in front of you folks tonight is a approximately 0.4 acre lot located on Webster Lake, 322 Kildare Road. We do have a DEP file number, and that was 323-1313. And essentially for our proposal tonight, we are going to be looking to remove a small shaded portion on the northern side of the house. It's approximately about 105 or so square feet. And we're going to be doing 2 additions totaling about 380 or so square feet for a net increase of about 275 additional impervious area. as well as a deck and porch area that will be totaling 724 square feet. With the house in its existing location, unfortunately, we will be within a 25 no disturb as well as a 50-foot no build. But the entirety of the lot is already pre-existing disturbed, being utilized as grass, does have some retaining walls and stuff already located on the site, primarily on the western portion of the site. And in total, we do have between the deck and the porch area about 275 or so square feet that is located within that no disturb zone. Also, as a part of this proposal, I know it was not included in the memo that's noted here on the agenda. If we do have to do a remailing or anything, we can accordingly. But we were looking to have a proposed dock included with this notice of intent. We have not started any of our filings yet for Chapter 91, but if that's anything that we can get added in, either just as a tack on or as a special condition, we like to be able to use this notice of intent to start our pre-application process and then kick it over to a full Chapter 91. On the back side of that page, you do have the full layout for that dock, and in total, it's approximately 360 square feet, and approximately 8 square feet of it will be located on land. The rest of it will be over the water. Dock is intended to be seasonal. No permanent mounts or anything will be located in the water or on land, and each winter that will get pulled up. As far as the site goes, to treat any of our proposed additional roof area, we do have 3 150 XL HD Cultex being proposed with calc shown on the plan. Those will all be connected via roof downspout and gutter systems out towards these Cultec areas. We have 2 that are located on the north side on either side of the paved driveway, and then 1 will be located just to the south of the entire building and proposed addition. We do have material stockpile, porta potty, and our 55-gallon spill kits are located in the northern portion of the site. Unfortunately, with the entire site being as small as what it is, the 100-foot buffer zone is outside of our property line. So we do have that located outside of the 50-foot no build and just outside of the 15-foot utility easement. We can try to locate that a little bit closer to the property line if the commission would like to see that, just to try to maintain as much separation to the water's edge as possible out there. But that's pretty much it just for our general proposal. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. And if I can't answer anything, the applicants are here to hopefully assist with that as well.
Do you have any site photos?
Question,
Yes.
you're my neighbor, I don't know if I can vote.
So
You know
I
how the driveway comes down and it's all that sandy area? What kind of permanent erosion controls are you gonna have there?
As of right now, we're not proposing anything on the driveway side for erosion controls, but if that's something that the commission would like to have.
No, I know you have a high wall there, but just in case stormwater.
Yeah, if we need to
you know
extend or
what
anything,
kind of
we're
rains
more
we've
than
been
happy
having
to pull that out.
lately. It's just that I just see it flying down that area and want to go for walks.
Sure, yeah, no, as far as that goes, at least in terms of any of our work area, we do have erosion control proposed on the western side and the southern side of the site, but if we do need to extend that up to just at least protect from any runoff from the driveway, we'd be more than happy to do so for that.
Yeah.
I think it hasn't seen that kind of traffic in years.
What?
I said that driveway, it's that
No,
yeah.
because the family's been there off and
Yeah.
on too.
Yeah.
For a while, but like I've been into it since I took my course.
Yeah.
Just the stormwater stuff in today's world where you go through a drought
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden you got a monsoon.
floods.
Yeah,
Just
no,
that-
understood for that, not a problem for us to extend it.
And again, you know, that then the salt
Mhm.
and everything else, not that, you know, in the summer, but other things that are on
Was
the
that
road.
the house that the little old lady died?
They're right on the narrows.
They put up a retaining wall a couple years ago.
Sure, this is the house with the brand new retaining wall on the lake, right?
Yeah,
The step-up retaining wall? In the
Yes,
narrows.
I do believe it is. I'm not sure how new that retaining
Fair-
wall is, but it
within a
does
year
have the
or two.
retaining on the
Yeah.
western side.
Great.
It has the point that goes out the land, yeah. Used to have that swing.
Did it?
Yeah, that,
Oh.
you know, that swing. Is that the house? Is that the house?
Oh.
Do I have the right house? I like the swing.
We heard that she used to be.
To everybody,
Yeah, she
yes.
did.
Yes.
Adele, yeah. Her and
So you purchased that house? The family sold it? I bet you do.
It's gorgeous
That
there.
Granny's
Nice
house?
lot.
That
I
Granny's
used to call it
house?
Granny's house. I don't know the woman.
She used to sit out on the picnic table all summer in that picnic table over there.
They left us the picnic table. They took the swing.
That's kind of good though, because she was in that swing all the time.
Right.
Yeah, she loved that swing, yeah. She was so cute. That's a very nice piece of property.
Yeah, it's a very slick wall too.
And I think the retaining wall was 2015.
Yeah.
Was it that?
Really?
No, I think it's recent,
I think it was.
Oh, no, it's much more recent than
much
that.
more recent.
Yeah, they finished that right before they started.
Like maybe 23,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's even better, yeah.
Yeah.
15 was the addition. Oh, okay.
yeah, the retaining wall is new. It looks really nice with the retaining
I
wall.
think it's a condition.
Sorry, I'm just trying to orient
Oh, look
myself
at-
to which property it is, so.
So that's where the retaining wall's under construction right now in this picture
Yeah.
that he's
Yeah.
showing.
Sorry, I had technical difficulties. This is one of the projects I had lost a bunch of photos. So.
So, looking at the house from the lake, where is the addition going? Can you,
So as far as what we have here,
sorry, I'm very visual. so-
oh, no worries, no worries. I do
This is all
have a
color-coded.
colorized copy here,
Oh,
so.
I like
We like
color.
colors.
I like color.
But
I
just to briefly recap for everything,
Yeah.
in yellow, we have our erosion control being shown. We do have our stockpile, materials area, porta potty, and then our spill kit shown on there. Orange is representative of our Caltech chambers. And then this gray portion here is the portion of the house that is to be removed. And everything in purple here, and then down here is the proposed deck and additions. This will be the addition itself. This is another addition itself. And then that 100-foot buffer line, I don't have it shown on this plan, but it does fall just outside of the property line here.
Where's the 25-foot line?
So the 25-foot line does run through here and clips a portion of the existing house. With this area being all grass and with it being such a beautiful property, we are going to be coming into it a little bit here, but we are intending to capture any runoff coming from this portion and have that go into our infiltration chamber.
Okay, so that's the B line on here.
Correct, yes.
It's minute.
Those are the orange pieces, right?
Yes, these
Okay.
orange ones here are the 3 separate pulp
Okay.
that we have. Essentially just because of how the roof is pitching and the gutters for it, we do have to separate them out versus trying to consolidate into one large area.
Okay.
No trees or anything have to be removed?
Nope, as of right now, nothing's gonna be coming down to my knowledge. Everything out through this area is all grass. There will be a little bit of existing pavement that will get chopped out, but, nothing major.
I don't have any other questions.
Maybe do
I'm
I.
good. Can I need a motion? Oh, yep.
Just to show you guys, just because I had it colored on this side. This was that little bit of the dock configuration. This portion here is going to be the 8 square feet or so that will be located on the land side. And again, this is just going to be essentially held in place by the weight of the dock, hold up between the two.
Question, I know this is not your thing with chapter 91, but when the Kildare Island Club put their boats on that side, you know how much distance it's gonna be from them?
So I don't have that exact dimension, but I do know on the draft, the chapter 91 plan we currently have, we do have those dimensions noted on there. Essentially, right now, the Kildare Island Club is located in this northern
Right.
portion of the site. Our dock's going to be on the southern portion, so we shouldn't be affecting anything in terms of navigable waterways or anything.
Okay, so you're not on.
They're not going where Kildare is. They're going out on the point.
Oh, okay, so yeah, all right.
Yeah, so if you look at our locus map, unfortunately, it's a little bit on the small side here. The Kildare Club is on this northern side
Right,
here,
yeah,
and we're
I
going
saw
to be
that.
coming with our dock off the southern portion.
So you're going to
Oh,
north,
you're
Middle
moving
Pond?
it over
You're
to
going
that.
more to Middle Pond?
I'm not too sure what the names of the ponds are, everything.
We're
doing
the
middle one.
Yeah.
Can you point out where the retaining wall is that we're,
So the retaining wall is located on the
That.
side.
Wow, that's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
We're gonna be on the southern side. of it.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
then-
that's how everyone knows this house probably turned that
Right,
way because we're all
exactly.
looking at it from the retaining wall.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
helps, I can.
That's-
turn it
that-
There you go, perfect.
There you go, Robin.
That's so
Yeah,
helpful.
no,
Now it's better,
Northern
yeah.
is towards me, southern is towards Mr. Jewell.
We know what it looks like when we go by in the boat.
Yeah, yeah. This is when you're entering into
So
North
as long
Pond.
as you file for chapter 91, we don't have any say in the dock, so we're good that you
I know
file.
at least in terms of our initial design,
Mhm.
we're keeping in mind the chapter 91
Yeah.
regulations not to exceed 600 feet, not to extend too far up to
Mhm.
navigable waters. So obviously, if we need to provide any updates to you folks, we will be making sure that we do get that
See,
submitted.
Rich, why are
We
you gonna
only
have the stuff
care
ahead of
that you
time? She
filed
knew
Chapter
more than me.
91.
I don't even know what the damn doc is.
We only care that you filed chapter
Okay.
91.
Yeah, no problem. That's where I was just asking if that's anything that we can just have incorporated with this
You
full
can.
notice of intent, then, we'll make sure that we can provide copies as soon as we submit our application.
So different.
Is, it's the,
No, so what we prefer, I prefer that you actually, we do this separately.
Okay.
Because usually we condition it is so that while we don't have control of you receiving a chapter 91, we do have control that you actually file for a chapter 91.
Gotcha. I mean, as far as it goes, if we need to special condition that it gets filed or anything, I know
Yeah,
that
that's
the
what-
applicants would be
Yeah,
looking to
that's-
have that done. So just to save the extra meeting, that would be the only reason why I would request that.
yeah, it's just the advertisement needs to go separate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a
The
whole,
advertising.
chapter 91 has its own advertising.
Understood.
So. Okay, need a motion to open it to
Well, I'm sorry, I have a
public?
question.
No
Um,
questions. Go ahead.
So I understand that a portion of the house is already within the 25-foot buffer. Do we, when are we concerned about how much more of the house they're putting in the buffer? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that doesn't mean, you can put 1,000 more square feet within the buffer. So do we have any kind of metrics as far as percentages?
I mean,
or
his
anything like that?
percentage pervious, non-pervious is still pretty high.
I believe in total right now for our pervious area, including the proposed work, we're gonna be at about 23.7%. I don't have the exact square footage of what's existing that's within that no build and or no disturb buffers, but I do know the additional work will be totaling about 275 feet plus or minus.
Mine was really just a question to the committee.
I'm just happy no giant egregious houses going there, so. it's-
So at 20, you have 23% on here,
That's,
23.7.
Yeah, 23.7.
Yeah, so the cutoff is 40.
Is what?
40 for pervious, non-pervious. So he's adding to the,
As far as the
he's only
pervious,
going up.
as for the entire lot, I'm just letting you know that it's.
Right, right.
We're not even
I'm
close to-
talking about within the
The
no
20,
build zone.
yeah.
I understand.
Is that fire pit still there?
She's so excited.
I love that piece of property.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Comments?
Okay, open for comments. Okay, I need a motion to close public comments.
I make a motion to close public comments?
Second?
First by Mr. Avery, second by Mr. Tarbox. And all those in favor? Aye. Motion passes 6-0. And now I need a motion on the project and any conditions.
I make a motion to approve the project with the chapter 91 and erosion by the driveway extended.
I second that.
Can I, what was that second part? of your-
The erosion control by the driveway extended.
Where the Killdeer Common Drive comes down to extend the erosion control to capture anything that stirs up from that driveway. Is that what you're,
Yeah, you're right. really
You
sandy.
can't block that driveway though, right?
No, that's, it's a
Right, they-
common, yeah.
You can have it so that it's during rain events, you can move it back over to cover that.
Oh,
And just curious, would the commission need to see an updated plan to go along with that at all, or just having it as a condition?
Your pre-construction
Okay.
meeting with Rich, and you'll probably already have your siltation, silt fabric
Yep.
and everything up by
Okay.
then, so.
Not a
It will
problem.
be in the paperwork they get.
Okay, then I just need a motion for the project, right? No, oh,
We
no.
need a vote, aye.
Need a vote.
Did
Yeah.
everyone provide them or else that?
right,
Okay.
they already
Made the
made the
motion.
motion, right? to
Robin
accept.
seconded.
Yeah, okay, yep, sorry,
made an
okay,
motion.
yeah, sorry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Motion passes,
Wait, wait.
I abstain.
oh, and you abstain too, right, Robin?
I didn't say.
Oh.
I don't know.
You said you were a neighbor.
I'm a neighbor.
You're a neighbor,
Did you get a letter?
I did.
then you would have to abstain.
That's right, you still pass it.
I did not get a letter.
Oh, so you must be far enough
Then
away.
you're far enough away.
Yeah, so, I mean, okay, so,
I make a motion to approve the project with the chapter 91 and an erosion by the driveway extended.
okay, first by Ms. Foley,
Second.
second by Mr. Avery. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that was Avery, Foley, Sharon, and Anderson. Abstained, Jewel, and Tarbox.
Thank you, got it.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you all so much. I do appreciate that.
Good luck.
Thank you. For the chapter 91.
We'll be
would you just
counting
need us to
on
refile
waving
as
at
an
you on the
RDA
way
in
by
that
and
case,
out.
or how would that notification?
As an RDA.
Okay.
We'll have a
We'll make sure that we
beautiful
get
view
that
of the
over.
fireworks.
Thank you so much. I do
It's
appreciate
not,
Yeah.
there's no time on that.
Okay.
Over my house.
I know we want to.
We'll be there, we'll say hi.
Sounds good.
Thank you all again. I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm the Zoom lady. I like being called the African Queen, okay?
The house without the
She
inside.
hasn't seen that yet.
She hasn't been on the lake.
When-
We have not even been on the lake. We don't even have to go.
That will all come.
In due time.
First, you need the dock to have a place to put it, right?
Take care.
To sit out on the dock too without a boat.
So now I'll look for you on Kildare. I'm at 300, so I'm around the corner as well. So, yeah. Take care.
Welcome.
Good luck, have a good one.
All right, action items. Do we have an update on, mine, 71 Minebrook?
I do not see anybody. I emailed him. They said he was going to contact his client. So Mr. Weatherby, I was contacted. He did get back to me this time. He indicated he was on vacation. Said he's contacted his client, but I had not heard since that. So I was surprised that he's not here. So
So Weatherby's the consultant attorney, whatever,
he's the environmental engineer.
environmental, okay. And we're way behind on where we're supposed to be in the cleanup process for that project?
No, we're not
and-
behind. It's, this project is pretty much at completion. It's just,
Oh.
we just, I don't know why we're not going to close it out. But that's why I'm waiting here.
Joey said he'd done better and better, so I
Yeah.
don't think there's a lot.
There's not much left to do.
Yeah,
But there's still
It's
stuff.
forever we're talking about
Yeah, he had said there'd been a lot of progress. He's
yes.
been on the agenda for about 2 years.
All right.
So we want to just continue that to the next meeting or 2 meetings?
My feeling is keep the heat on the fire and I'll just keep hitting them.
So do we,
I know it's a bother to us, but unless you guys want to push it out,
no,
two
we
meetings.
can push it out next
I think
meeting.
2 meetings is better.
2 meetings?
because it's one
Do we
of those-
got a date on 2 meetings?
Granite Street, remember how long that was on the agenda?
I don't have that.
Let me just get the date of the next,
Granite Street,
Mhm.
how long that was on the agenda?
Yeah,
22nd.
sorry, I don't have that.
It's been over a year.
And 6th, all right, July 6th. So I need a motion to continue 71R Minebrook to July 6th.
Motion to push to July 6th.
First by Mr. Tarbox,
Second.
Second by Ms. Foley. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. Request for COC on 4 Old Douglas Road, LKQ.
Okay, so this is a project which goes back quite some time, even before, I think Robin was the only person on the commission back when this was the first, initially an issue. And, sorry, what I'm looking for this. Okay. This is an action item, that's why.
This is a stormwater nightmare, because the water will fine, and then intermittently bad.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of my pet peeves, why aren't we watching this thing a little more?
So these folks also involved here was what's the other commission? What's the other body of water? No. So
Down in Connecticut?
the agency, not the FDA, but the okay, it'll come to me. But there's another governmental body which is also, thank you, the EPA.
And I've been studying this, because like I said, this is extraordinarily harmful when they don't do what they're supposed to.
Mm.
So this site is, LKQ is a junkyard essentially, but it's a very organized junkyard. It's not like piles of cars. It's like all these different cars that are sort of in these really nice, it's very well documented type of, and I believe they're a national chain. The problem with this site is it's very wet. As a matter of fact, for the very first time, I actually saw, they actually had open stream of water that comes out of the ground continuously all the time in one particular location. This site was putting out materials into the stream that's nearby. And that's why other agencies got involved here. We were specifically responsible for the construction of how to handle all of this, of the water coming off of this site. So they basically constructed a, make sure I can get this up for you, a pond to be able to, there's like several types of ponds, but here's an example one, which you could see, this is continuously being fed and it just sort of goes off into this forested area. In the background here, can't really see it. There's just a lot going on, of course, right?
Going into the saltwater tank.
Yeah.
So this is the runoff that goes into the stream coming off of the site. What's missing is some really great photos of the construction and how it's engineered. But basically, the water comes into this area on the other side of this fence. Just to tell you that Joey and I, all the other agencies involved were also part of this site visit, and everybody walked the site. And there wasn't any comments at all or concerns.
How long ago was it?
I'm sorry, was that
How long ago was this walk?
approximately 2 weeks ago?
Okay, because I think it should be done periodically,
It's done, what's done periodically?
just making sure.
Oh, yeah, so they've been submitting water samples for quite some time now, and there was discussion about the water coming off of the site, and there was no concerns whatsoever at all from the EPA. So the EPA is really concerned about the water quality coming off of the site, and the Webster Conservation was really about the engineering of how all that was going to happen. So that's how our responsibility fell.
So they're going to continue testing the sampling water in perpetuity, or how does that work for?
Right, so there are conditions in perpetuity that are here as well. Good question. I have those. So
Sounds significant.
And what was being discharged? Was it PCBs? Was it just high turbidity or? what?
Definitely turbidity, and there were other materials as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hydrocarbons and stuff.
Yeah.
This goes back 3 years, 5 years, and it's
Mm.
gotta be 100.
Believe it or not, though, actually now I'm remembering that there was no perpetuity in these conditions. These were written, I feel like, in a time when the commission wasn't writing perpetuity statements into their conditions.
So the only,
So by approving the
once
COC,
we approve this, there's no additional monitoring.
I don't know what the EPA has as far as their process, but yeah, you're correct.
Okay.
But I thought all this new action stuff you're doing, you would be occasionally going out there.
Yeah, I believe that the COC closes that out. There's nothing in the conditions that were put onto this property that conditioned it so that it was in perpetuity.
Well, you've been doing stuff like that.
Wasn't when this
But we
was
can't
done.
change what was done then now.
Yeah, so when you do a project like these, you condition them beforehand.
But what about the action items you've been doing? Like
Yeah, there
different
are-
projects in the area,
The what in the area?
the different projects you've been highlighting that may be a problem for wetlands.
So when we toured the site, it was all about construction. That's what Joey kept pointing out, that we were responsible for the construction and that it was working effectively. And so they were able to sort of demonstrate that it was working effectively, and all the water samples coming off the site indicated that the way that they had and what they were doing was working effectively.
Did they install some sort of a treatment system
No,
there?
so
or-
it's basically, it's a series of pits, one particular one, which is a big U-shaped, wish I had a drawing of it, I didn't include it here. I had pictures that were great. But essentially, it comes in, the water comes off of all of these, if you can imagine, so here is the yard, essentially, and they have all of these pits that go across, right? And they all drain into this one area right here. And essentially, it's a big U. So everything drains into here. And so you can see all of the deposits that are in here, all the sediment.
Mhm.
And then eventually it comes around here. And that outflow that I showed you is what was coming off over
Okay.
here. And
So it's dropping out all the sediment along
Correct.
that way.
And so they clean out this area periodically, but you could see that all this area over here was clean and they never touched that. So all of this stuff was catching it correctly, okay? And so all of the erosions, all the particulates were, and this is where all the sampling was coming off of that one site that I do have a picture of. Over on this side, this is where, and apparently there are other sites, but they did show us them, where there's literally water coming out of the ground. Okay, and then there was a series of that swamp area I was showing you. So it kind of flows in there and then it opens up, it expands out. It all sort of drains into this area here. And then there's a further pit down here where there's a catch basin. And then there were trees that were planted in this region, which were, they had survived the 2 years. They're all in very good viability. And this is sort of a runoff from this catch basin here. And they were all in great condition.
So they're capturing that stormwater by feeding trees.
The only
and-
place that there's runoff is over here, which a majority of the material comes and runs off into
That stream.
here. And that's heavily sampled. And then this one, which is continuously running. So all the stormwater is running here and continuously running is right there. And that just basically, there's a wetland that formed. Initially, they put up some, to be able to contain all that while they were working on this project, but there's some erosion controls, but we had them remove them. And that was that final picture that you saw. That was the only thing holding up after we did the the walkthrough, that they needed to remove the erosion controls.
I mean, it
And
is
you can see that
really,
picture.
really thick vegetated wetlands there.
Yeah. So it just sort of all drains and it just sort of flows into this expansive wetland. Brown Brook is like down, so the brook is here and it kind of comes around here. And this all sort of flows out into this area where the brook is. And this is actually like the headwater of that. The brook actually comes by here, but the majority of discharge is right here that runs directly into the stream.
And
How long does that hold up for, that system? Will it just be protected forever, like they won't let it overgrow? Or-
Yes,
So you never have to go check it again, and it should never be a
good question. I look for perpetuity statements, so I think there are plans for this property that don't necessarily, aren't for sure, but they're probably not going to be this.
Perhaps that's why they want their COC.
They
Correct.
want their COC so they don't have to babysit anymore.
So they can sell the property.
And then we'll have to deal with the new people.
Yeah, so that's
That way
kind
I'm
of,
smarter and wiser now.
yes, exactly.
Condition it for those people.
So that's kind of the context that we were walking, all of us were walking this property, looking at it with the,
so you're happy with what you saw there as far as? the
I wasn't,
conditions?
Joey, who's been part of this project the
2
entire
years.
time,
Yeah.
was content with everything, yeah.
And
Okay.
they fixed what the requests were to fix.
Yes, and it was working the last couple of years properly, which is really what Joey made me focus on when we went to the site.
So then when they sell it, you can.
Correct.
address it with the new people.
That,
It's
that,
kind of like that guy.
We can in perpetuity them.
correct, whatever you feel, any studies that we want to look at or any,
So just so I know, and
and if we did do something, this would be probably a very good example where going to the site, this would be a great example of when a site visit would be very useful, because it's a large site. It's not a single lot. This is approximately 8 acres
Oh,
of
wow.
of
You know
land.
where, 4K campground is, It's right before it.
Like I said, this.
You know, the
going up the hill.
people I always say, my friend's campground.
Okay, so, I mean,
Where the road splits?
we just need a motion to close,
Yeah.
accept.
Yeah.
I went to school.
No, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They were high school sweethearts.
Okay, so, I mean, we got to go based on what Rich saw and Joey saw. I mean, I guess I just need a motion to approve closing it out with an issue in a COC.
Second.
First
Oh,
by Mr. Tarbox.
motion to approve the COC.
Second.
Second by Ms. Foley. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0.
By the way, that was my first time being on the site as well, so.
I gotta figure the EPA probably has some other perpetuity tracking that we just, so maybe we can learn a little bit more about that, because there's gotta be something for,
I will give you an update on
Yeah.
that.
they must have to provide like monthly samples or something, like just to stay in existence, or I don't know.
Before Joey went on vacation, I actually asked him that question.
Yeah,
He didn't.
he didn't know, okay. Yeah.
Through the chair.
Time. Yes, draft minutes. Has everyone had a chance to read the draft minutes? Can we get a vote on both together, or does anyone have any changes, or?
They were pretty good.
Okay, then can I get a motion to approve the draft meeting minutes for May 12th and May 26th?
Motion to approve the minutes?
First by Mr. Tarbox,
Second?
second by Mr. Avery. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All those abstain? Robin, I didn't hear you. Huh? Okay, so you're abstaining. Okay, all right. Robin abstained. So motion passes 5-0, 1 abstention. Or did you?
Meeting 12.
Oh, just,
Just meeting of the 12th.
So, but
let's do another vote. Sorry,
I have a question.
apologize.
I have a question before we vote then. I wasn't here on the 26th, but I
If you read
read
the
the
minutes,
minutes
then,
and watched the thing so I can vote.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I thought I should.
So it's 6-0. We had a brain lapse over here.
I read it.
oh, you read it, you just weren't at it.
We weren't at the meeting.
All right.
That's-
Clean vote, though. So first by Mr. Tarbox, second by Mr. Avery. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0 for the meeting minutes of May 12th and 26th. Staff updates, 38 Hill Street.
Okay, so staff updates, you most that now the new form is kicked in, so I can tell you about all
Could
the.
you repeat that because we weren't at that meeting and I didn't quite get what.
Okay, so there's been a lot of push. I started back when I was the chair that I wanted to know what was going on and where it was going on for all the admin approvals. And so basically it came down to just changing, I discussed even 2 meetings ago that I had changed the form. I proposed, and the form now reads that anytime we do an admin, that they are subject to discussion at the following Conservation Commission meeting. So it's understanding that the applicants for these admin approvals, their properties are going to be discussed. So that was the missing component. And so what you're looking at here is 3 admin approvals. The first one was 51 Colonial. That was this was a concrete. What's that?
2, we don't have 51.
Yeah, we only got
Sorry,
30.
51 came late because this is an admin. I don't have to advertise this, right? So at 51 Colonial, this was an RDA, right? So there is no formal COC closing because it never went to the DEP, and it's not on their title, right? So it's simply you go out and take a look at it. I had some pictures of it. It's basically just a concrete pad, and it looked just fantastic, and it was fine. And it didn't really, I think if you saw the photos, you would have seen.
Yeah, these were just there. I'm sorry.
Oh, here we are.
You're going to find all your other pictures.
So, yeah, I know that's what's going to happen, right? So it's basically this pad right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And so-
remember that.
Yeah, I remember this one.
And the idea was to eliminate some of the backwater that they were getting onto their porch here. The husband's still a little upset about some water does still come back here, but it's working really great. So to me, it was straightforward, and I just approved it. So I just let you know that she's all set. Then there was the next one. So the next one on the list is 243 Thompson. This is tree trimming. This is not a tree removal. There's a single picture I had here. And so basically these people are not looking to take down this perfectly lovely looking, almost a perfect maple tree. They were looking to trim it. So
Sure.
I administered.
Nice and happy.
So I really didn't see any issues with the tree at all. So, but that's what the applicant wanted to do. So they're not cutting it down. So I get an admin approval on that, as well as, so the town is actually doing some work, and they're doing some soil borings. And so this is just very simple, just drilling down. There'll be some more projects coming forward off of these, but all they're doing is doing soil borings and samplings. So that was a simple staff and admin approval as well.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if that's it for
No,
staff.
that's not,
okay,
so,
yep.
so for, not on the record for staff updates, there was, as far as the award, I told you that I had an initial interview with one person. I had another interview with another person that you guys all threw out to me. She was willing to move forward on that. So I have profiles that I have in draft form that I'm going to share out with you all. She actually made another recommendation of another person she felt very strongly for.
Oh, what a humble candidate.
Yeah, well, there's somebody she works very closely with, and I didn't realize she was doing all this work. So I was gonna,
Is,
We don't talk names at the,
the
We-
first one,
Because it's a
for the candidate.
that we talked about, that, you knew somebody and how they were always picking up trash and stuff, they're in a different town.
nope,
Oh, you said they were inside, that's why.
Sutton Road.
Oh, perfect. I was all confused, I'm like, can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So you may have two, you may have three candidates. You can vote for all of them, remember? But the idea here is that we don't want to discuss proposed people in public comments. So we will take, it'll be a Google form that you just basically say you approve or you disapprove.
That makes
And if we
sense.
have a majority of people for 1, 2, or 3 people, then we move forward and then we can talk about the next steps.
Awesome.
Okay?
And I have a question, I don't know if you have the answer, but that Women's Health Marina, did DEP approve them because it's full of boats? So I was just curious.
So,
They went to the DEP, right?
so there was a meeting I told you about
Yeah.
at the site. There was another conversation I had with that same DEP representative like 2 weeks ago. She gave indication that she hadn't actually passed anything.
So there's 19 votes there.
I understand. It's out of our control.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get notified.
No, because I was gonna ask you too, I mean, you go and kill there, I mean, I don't understand. The corner that you're on, and kill there, and like all these votes in there.
I
I
understand.
mean, the only, I don't get it. Why is there, you just park a boat and push it together?
Okay, so just so that you understand, right? So this would be something, so I have a student starting next week looking at generating bylaws.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she's going to work, and she's actually a student. She's going into law, and she's very interested in environmental law. So she's really excited about working on the town bylaws. And so hopefully by the end of the summer, we'll have a set of different bylaws for different purposes sort of laid out so that, and maybe even a presentation to you or at the library or public comments is sort of the goal I gave her. What you're referring to is currently is not subject to our area. So people have been pinging me about exactly what you're seeing out on the lake. You get it all the time. If it's not a swim dock, it's a platform. This comes under the heading of the lake. What's the word I'm looking for?
That guy.
Yeah, the
Association?
no
Harbor Master.
Harbor Master. Thank you. So
Contact your local harbor master.
So there is a police officer who receives a stipend and has the designation of being the lake's harbor master. Typically, he fulfills things which are non-administrative. So if you look up what the responsibility of a harbor master is, he's doing those for sure. I'm not so sure he's doing the administrative, but typically what you see in other towns is that there are bylaws which require, so currently the laws that he would be working under would be state laws as opposed to local town bylaws.
Okay, so one of the things that is holding up, as you know, the women's health thing is the parking. Because it has to be limited parking. That would also go to Kildare, because there's a stream of where a private person has got at least 46 votes there. And then the Kildare Island Club
Okay.
has another 6 votes. So sometimes it's kind of like, when I use all these when I say stuff like this, the Al Capone story. You can't get them on all 15 emergency kids, but you might get them the parking. You might get them on taxes, but the parking is a hazard.
Right.
Yeah, too.
So then
What
That's
you
one of
talking
the
about
holes
up
of the
there?
zoning.
it's just the cars parked on the sides of the road.
What?
The
I said, what?
problem on
are you
Kildare.
talking about on Kildare?
And we have mics off too, so it's hard to hear your mics off.
Oh, on Kildare field there where there's like a whole marina, there's the same thing, you know,
Where that,
right?
yeah, right
yeah.
across. Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, there's all these boats, and then there's people who's got their cars right there, and how, it's a
So
narrow
like,
thing.
if Bob didn't live down the street, he'd put his car there. Cause he right did
Oh,
that.
right
dock.
there, that
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
strip, and then
And
narrow
then,
road,
right.
yeah.
So the
You-
narrow
yeah.
road.
So we're
people
getting
take
outside of our purview.
Well, we do a lot, I mean, it's
We don't-
very, well,
that-
you're.
So sorry, it's my fault, I derailed, I was just
So,
curious. if you-
well, I mean, I think it's good that we have an intern start, and I mean, it's kind of above, it's kind of not in our scope, but it might be something that she can work on with the bylaws to help all of it, you know?
That's it.
So,
Agreed.
Mhm.
awesome. Well, if anyone doesn't have anything else, I need a motion to adjourn.
The next meeting, June 22nd, at the Board of Selectmen, I say.
What?
Where is it?
Next meeting, Monday, June
Yes.
22nd, at the Board of Selectmen, I go to adjourn at 7:40.
Thank you, Patty. First by Patty Foley, second by everybody. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Motion, meeting adjourned.